much motivational as ever, and that was very good to hear, and especially good, particularly the aviation story as well. I think there are lessons to be learned for all of us. Just before we finish, I'd like to introduce Colin Begg from FEAT, and he's going to tell you a bit about the Features Awards 2015. Colin.
Evening, folks. I pretty much appreciate I'm the last thing between you and the wine, so I'm going to keep this brief. Don't know if you got my slides there. So, FEAT, in the 15 months or so since we... Click. Oh, click with the green. Ah. There you go. Technology. I'm a dumb paediatrician. So, FEAT, in its first 15 months since we started last May, has been very delighted to raise over £50,000 in donations. I know many of you in the audience tonight have fundraised for us, and just wanted, on behalf of everyone on the board, to thank you for that. Our core mission is basically to raise awareness and raise money for sepsis research, to start stopping sepsis, if you like. And we thought that it was time to put some of that money to good use, and to launch, for starters, a fairly small amount of awards, but to try and build momentum to identify talent and some targets for developing the next step in fighting sepsis. We felt that it was very important that these awards were not purely science focused, we're not purely medical focused, we're not purely nursing focused, but encompassed, as Jason said, the whole tribe, and went from bench to bedside and even to bus stop to the community. So we've come up basically, we had a bit of debate about how best to split the money. We've come up basically with a total award fund, if my math serves me right, of about £8,500. The headline award is something we've called the Fiona Elizabeth Agnew Fellowship. That's a £5,000 award, which is basically aimed at people kind of at the level of doing a postgraduate type thesis project. So a big piece of research into some aspect of sepsis. And the terms of reference for this are incredibly general. You can see them on the web address I'll give you in a second. We've then got two smaller £1,000 award aimed more at clinical day-to-day quality improvement, research and audit. And then we also have three small travel bursaries to enable people to travel to some other area of sepsis expertise, to go to a conference, or however they would like to choose to spend that money. It's open to all professional groups involved in sepsis. Basically, I'd like you just to go back to your home boards and spread the word about these awards. We would like to get as many applications as we possibly can. If you want to apply yourself, think of a good project or a bursary that you would like to undertake and apply. Tell your colleagues to apply. We're also looking for volunteers to be on our review panel for the applications. That's basically it. There's no strings attached to the money. The only thing we would ask people who come back next year to give us a talk on their progress. The deadline for applications will be the 30th of January next year. That's the web address there. Okay, enjoy the wine. I'll just hand briefly back to Craig for some closing remarks.
Thanks very much, Colin. Just very quickly, thank you to all of our speakers tonight. Thank you to all of you for attending as well. To everybody at HIS and also to FEAT who made this evening happen. And again, as Colin has said, to everybody who has helped to establish FEAT and get us to where we are now. Just a reminder, we've got the new microsite up, Socket to Sepsis. World Sepsis Day isn't until Saturday, but this is also Sepsis Awareness Month, the whole of September, so even if you haven't got your stripy socks yet, you've still got another 19 days where you can be photographed doing lots of wonderful things wearing them. Please keep using the hashtag. The website's there, the microsite's there. We're trying to use social media to spread the word, so it's hashtag Socket to Sepsis, in case you didn't know that already. It's been great and a real pleasure to work with all the people at HIS organising the seminar tonight, and it's heartening as well to see so many of you here. Numbers are up in last year, that's good, it means we're spreading the word. Please also spread the word about the film, the Stop Sepsis Now film. That'll be going up on the website, and we'll be sending that across social media as well. Basically, we want the film to be effective. We've tried to balance it between professionals and lay people and giving out a clear message. We hope it will help save lives. That's the purpose of it. The further it spreads, the more chance there is, we hope, of that happening. And finally, on the features awards as well, please spread the word about those, and hopefully this time next year we'll have first output of those to report as well. Less than 2 years ago, I stood at the service of Thanksgiving for Fiona, and I said I was going to raise a very big flag about sepsis. And we've started that with feet. We've only just started, but we're trying to do things as effectively and as quickly as we possibly can. And we will keep going, we will get bigger, because this is a topic that isn't going to go away. We are all very lucky to be alive at this point. I'm especially lucky to be alive. And we give a voice to those who aren't, and those who aren't because they've died of sepsis. We also give a voice to those who are still left ill as a result of sepsis. Now, recently there have been warnings of the spectre of a dire future with sepsis rising as we enter a post-antibiotic age. No less than Professor Mark Bellamy was quoted in the BBC News website and all over the media less than a month ago. The Chief Medical Officer in England has said the same. But we have a choice here, ladies and gentlemen, because we can't change what's happened already, but we can change the future. We can influence the future. So one thing I'd really want us all to do tonight as we go away from here is to build on the existing great work that's going on all over Scotland and beyond right now. We want people who have sepsis to live, and not just live, but live well, to get their health back. So let's build on the work, and let's do it. Let's change the future, and let's make it better, and let's sock it to sepsis once and for all. Thank you very much.